Hello ladies and gentlemen, Safehouse here, and today I'll be opening up 40 packs that I have just purchased in Hearthstone. While I open them, I'll be going through and just talking about some of the cards that I get, giving you a bit of an insight into them, and just giving you an idea on the chances you're going to get to actually get certain cards. So when you hover over them, you can actually see what they're going to be. So that's like glowing blue, so you know it's going to be a rare and an epic. Okay, this is a pretty good pack because you can usually expect like a rare at least. You have to get a rare, and the rest can be commons, which is what you usually get. Rampage, give a minion, plus 3/3 warrior, and not too bad. Jungle Panther, not bad if you don't have too many cards. We'll go with the rares now. A gold angry chicken, not a great card, but it is gold, so it makes it look a little bit cooler. And Ethereal Arcanist, if you control the secret at the end of your turn, gain +2/+2. I guess pretty good in a secret deck. The mage secret decks are pretty good. Choose one. Yeah, Ancient of War is amazing in a druid deck. You're definitely going to want to throw him in there if that's what you're running. I'm looking at running a mage deck, so I would like some Pyroblast if I can get my hands on them. So I'll try and get through these pretty quick so the video doesn't go for too long, because 40 packs is a fair few to open. Priest of a Loon, Cold Master, pretty good card. Lava Burst, very good for a Shaman as well. Shaman usually uses a lot of the Overload. Harvest Golem is a great free drop. You pretty much want to run that in just about any sort of deck, really, just because it trades so well with that Death Rattle. And Argent Protector, also a very good card, giving a Divine Shield to a friendly minion. Boom. It's a pretty cool animation when you open a pack, actually. So we've got an epic and 4 commons. So I got the commons. None of those are overly great, except for the Sense of Demons is really good if you're running a Warlock deck, like with obviously full of demons. Bestial Wrath, give a beast +2 attack and immune this turn. Actually, I haven't seen that card before. It does actually sound pretty good. It's in a 100 deck. Definitely got your times to do it and trade very well. Being immune. Boom. Okay, so rare and commons. So Leponome is actually a pretty great 1-drop, because you obviously get the 2/1, which is pretty good value for a 1-drop, and you deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. It can be good if you're running a pretty hardcore rushdown, just because you're guaranteed pretty much the 2 damage unless they can silence you, which doesn't happen very often. Getting a fair few of these Rampages and these Priest of Loons. Abusive Sergeant, not too bad, but not something you'd usually run. And Felga Taunt, Battle Cry, destroy one of your mana. Okay, you can use that maybe, I don't know, I don't really like destroying my mana crystals and whatever, but yeah, he's definitely got a place somewhere, I'm sure. Okay, Windfury Harpy, Golden, not a great card. If you can get it happening, obviously, but generally if someone sees that, they're going to want to kill it pretty quick anyway. Siphon Soul, destroy a minion, restore 3 health to your hero. That is a pretty great card. Obviously pretty similar to like the Assassinate, but Assassinate's a 5-drop, 6-drop, and you get the extra 3 health as well just for that 1 extra. Wild Pyroman's also a very good card if you're running a lot of spells, so got an epic, 2 epics, and a rare and 2 commons. So Betrayal, very good card in the right situation with the rogue. An enemy deals its damage to the minions next to it. So if they've got one big drop in the middle of their field and you play that, it just destroys it. It's a great card. It's very situational, so it can be pretty tough to get off. So another Angry Chicken, probably one of the worst rares. Unless you got something that can heal, he's not. I'll give him extra health. It's not very great. Avenging Wrath, very good for a paladin. That is it's a great 6-drop, very good for board clear. Bane of Doom, deal 2 damage to a character. If that kills it, summon a random demon. Okay, that's obviously pretty good in our Demon Warlock deck. Okay, common, that's a rare, sorry. So, 4 commons. Harvest Golem again, very good. Direwolf Alpha can be very good in, especially rush decks. That +1 attack does wonders, really. Starfall, yeah, great druid ability. Deal 5 damage to a minion or 2 damage to all enemy minions. So, you get your choice. Obviously, a bit like Consecration, bigger drop, but you can also just deal the 5 damage to a single target. So we have a rare and 4 commons. So Dark Iron Dwarf, one of the best 4-drops you're going to get. You're going to be wanting to run of that in most of the decks, really. Like, I think I run him in just about every deck I've got, but rare commanding shout. Your minions can't be reduced below 1 health this turn. Yeah, that's not bad. I think there's better cards out there though for 2-drops. It's not very often that it's going to come in handy unless you've got a board clear, which I don't know if warriors have that much board clear that's going to be useful for. Okay, so rare, 2 rares, 3 rares, and 2 commons. So Wrath is also a very good card for a druid. Deal 3 damage to a minion or 1 damage and draw a card. So obviously it's a pretty versatile sort of card. Azul Drake are pretty good in a lot of classes, especially mages and that, because you have to draw the card as well. It's just about playing a free card really. If you're low on the cards, it's all about having the card advantage in Hearthstone. Shadow of Madness, gain control of an enemy with 3 or less attack until the end of the turn. Great card if obviously they have a minion with 3 or less attack. You can switch it to your side and trade, go 0 for 2 if you can kill another minion. Taunt Battle Cry, destroy one of your mana crystals. Yeah, we've seen him before, the old Felguard. So, okay, so I'll try and get through this a little bit quicker. I'll just open them all up and talk about which ones are good. Stormforged Axe, not bad on the Shaman. Fen Creeper, good for Arena, not so great in Constructed, and it's probably the same with Mana Wraith. So we've got an Epi, yeah, great card for your Hunter, obviously. Immune while attacking, so you can't take any damage, and you can just really just destroy anything on the field with that 5 damage. Temple Enforcer, also very good in, it's probably not too bad in Standard, but you'll mostly see it in Arena, because it does do quite well there. Ooh, we've got a legendary, yes! Battlecry enemies cost, enemy spells cost 0 okay, so 2/4/4. Ooh, I don't know, he doesn't sound super useful to me. Enemy spells, I guess if you're versing something that doesn't use spells, but you don't know that when you're going into a game, so yeah, it's only next turn. Yeah, I probably wouldn't risk running him, but obviously very worth the 2 for a 4/4, but yeah, it's a risky play. Flame Imp also pretty good in rush decks, but it obviously deals 3 damage to you. But if you're going for the rush, that's not a huge issue. And Deadly Shot, very good for a Hunter. So the rare Siphon, destroy a minion, restore 3 else. Yeah, we've seen that before. We've seen all these other ones before, and all the good ones. I give a friendly minion +4/+4 until the end of the turn, then it dies horribly. Can be useful in some situations. You might see it in Arena, obviously not in Constructed. And to buy these 40 packs, it is $52. So it can be a little bit expensive. The game can be a little bit pay to win at times, but once you get your deck sort of set up, you might have to spend maybe $100 or so though to do that. That's why most people just play Arena. It's like the most competitive form of the game anyway, really, and it is a lot of fun. Bit of luck involved when you're obviously picking out your cards to begin with. So Snipe, pretty good secret for your Hunter when your opponent deal 4 damage to it, which is going to kill most stuff. Knife Juggler is a great 2-drop, especially if you're throwing out a lot of minions. If you could get like a Knife Juggler into Unleash of the Hounds, if your enemy's got a few minions out, obviously, then it's going to do a lot of damage. Golden Epic, very nice. Ancient of War, yeah, we picked him up before, very, very good card. And getting gold is just always just that little bit better, getting a lot of those rampages too. Obviously you got the Stealth Jungle Panther there. Now I'm just trying to get through it a bit quicker, just because I don't want the video to go for too long. Oh, another legendary? Hogger, yes, I actually do not mind the Hogger. At the end of your turn, summon a 2/2 Gnoll with Taunt. So obviously it's a 4/4 for 6, which isn't like super amazing, but as long as you keep him alive, you're going to be getting a 2/2 Gnoll with Taunt every turn. So really you're going to have to kill the guy with Taunt and then get onto Hogger, which can be pretty tough if they don't have the spells or the the board out to get it. So you have to be cautious about when you play him, really. Cult Master, also a very good card. Secret Keeper, I don't see many secret decks out there, so it's a bit hard to say when it'd be useful. And Mana Worm, whenever you cast a spell, gain +1 attack. Very good for a mage. So we've got the rare Misdirection, also a very, very good card. It can come in handy so much late game. So when a character attacks your hero, instead they attack another minion at random. So they can attack their own minions, and it just gets pretty bad for your opponent pretty quick, especially if he's killing off 2 of his creatures. Frost Elemental is a pretty good card too. You get to freeze a character, which means that they can't attack or do anything next turn. Yeah, I'm just not mentioning the cards that aren't really played or you won't really see, so. I've talked about Leper Gnome. Violet Teacher, very good. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 Violet Apprentice. So, obviously in mage decks or just spell heavy decks, it comes in handy. You've just got lots of things to throw out there at your enemies, and yeah, all that. So you get Eviscerate as well. Great in Rogue. Rogues really rely heavily on their combos, so you're not very often, most of the time, you get off that 4 damage, so very worth 2 for 4. Acolyte of Pain, whenever this minion takes damage, draw a card. So he's going to die, unless he gets silence. He's going to die, so you're going to draw a card. But if you can get him to take less than 3 damage, then you're going to be able to draw at least 2 cards, so it makes him very worth. Good card. You see him in Constructed a little bit, I believe, but mostly. Okay, got a few rares there, and a golden rare and an epic. So we're getting a lot of these Ancient of Wars, but I don't really use druids, so I don't know. I might give him a go down the line, but gain control of an enemy minion. Okay, we've talked about that before, and Starfall as well. Abomination, you're not going to see him in Construct. You might see him in Arena every now and then. Taunt, Death Rail, do 2 damage to all minions, so that includes your own. So it can be good sometimes and bad others. Okay, so at Headcrack, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Combo, return this to your hand next turn. Yeah, so it actually is pretty good if you can combo it, but you're only getting 2 damage for 3 mana crystals. It'd only be good if you didn't really have many cards in your hand, and even at that point, you're pretty screwed anyway. Forked Lightning on the hand is an amazing card. Deal 2 damage to 2 random enemies. It's obviously got Overload, which it's for a Shaman though, so they work a little bit with the Overload. It is a great card. Anyway, Explosive Trap. When your hero is attacked, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Can be a little bit situational, but dealing 2 damage to all enemies for a 2-drop is amazing. So, very good card. Power of the Wild, also another amazing card. Give him in +1/+1 or summon a 3/2 Panther. So getting a 3/2 Panther for a 2-drop, which is obviously a pretty good trade-off there. Or +1/+1 to all your minions if you've got a few out. But this has gotten a bit long, so I'm going to cut this into 2 parts. So just click the link on screen now. It'll take you to the next video if you want to have a break or whatever. But there's still plenty more good stuff to come. So wait and see what I get from the next 20 packs. Thank you very much for watching. If this video helped you out or you just enjoyed it, please smack that like button, or you can also subscribe to my channel for more videos similar to this one. Thanks guys.